this is Vargas XX78 with another collection pickup video. Just wanted to share with you guys the stuff that I've gotten since the last pickup video that I recorded. And it honestly hasn't been that much time since I recorded that, but it's been maybe 2 weeks. But I have gotten a number of stuff that I wanted to share, so like always, here's my pickup video. So let's get started. Let's get started with this. My lovely wife is the one that found this, and you know, I like picking up stuff for costumes, and if you follow my channels, you must have seen that I made my own Wolverine claws, and also my mom found me a little Wolverine glove with plastic claws. So I have a Wolverine shirt. The only thing I was missing was a Wolverine mask, and my beautiful wife found me a Wolverine mask. Now, I don't know if the camera will be able to pick it up, but this thing has nice pleather-looking material there that shines, really cool. So now I have a Wolverine mask. Now, the only thing about this mask is that it's one size too small. I have a really big head, and this one fits a bit tight, but I'm hoping that I might be able to, you know, let it out or add some fabric here on the back, so it's not as snug. But still, an awesome thing that my wife got for me. So now I have the Batman mask and a Wolverine mask. So in case I haven't mentioned it in any one of my videos, Batman is my favorite DC character and Wolverine is my favorite Marvel character. So I think it's pretty cool to finally have something from each. What should I start? Well, as you've known, I've gotten into Nerf guns. It started with, because the first Nerf gun I bought, and I didn't realize it at the time, was a Clone Trooper Blaster. But that one doesn't work, so I thought it was just a prop toy. Then I have my Zombie Snapfire 8, which I bought, and I thought it worked, but once I tried testing it, turns out it doesn't shoot, so I opened it up. I'll make a whole video on that. But with so many guns, I need ammo. So I picked up another 30-pack of N-Strike Elite blue darts. So, because, you know, the thing about some of the blasters, I don't know if they're older or if the darts just aren't that good. But I bought a previous pack, and some of the darts have already been kind of like eaten up. So I want to keep a pack of new fresh darts just in case. You know, when I'm playing with my nephews and everything, they get lost or blown away. Also, I'm not sure if I mentioned this, so I honestly don't remember. But I'll mention it again, and if I repeat myself, I apologize. But I bought a 30-pack Boomco dart set. Boomco is different than Nerf, because Nerf is foam darts, and Boomco is kind of like straws with sticky tips. And the idea of that is that Boomco, for the most part, has these smart targets things, so the darts will stick to that. You know, the only problem is that if these things get dirty, they're not going to stick anymore. You know, if you get dirt and grime and everything. But this is the Halo pack. I obviously don't have any of the Halo Boomco blasters, but I've heard good things about the darts and the blasters. The only Boomco blaster I have is that Batman v Superman grappling gun. But again, it doesn't take Nerf darts, so I had to buy some Boomco darts. And this is pretty cool. And actually, as I've been navigating the internet, Boomco has a couple of blasters that look interesting. So I might have to pick up another one of these, because, you know, if there's one thing you're always going to need is blasters. Also, my brother, when he went to a flea market, he found a 20-disc magazine for the Vortex. Now, I have a couple of Vortex blasters, but I only have like 3 discs. But my brother went, and this one had 21 discs inside, and the difference with the Vortex blasters as opposed to the darts is that they're little foam discs. But this is cool because this is 20, so I can just use the Praxis and blow people away with that, or I can use the 10 magazine that the Praxis had, put 5 into the Vigilon, and then 1 and 1 into the Protons. So these discs unfortunately have been discontinued. Nerf no longer has any plans to use the Vortex line in any way. So unless, you know, I was willing to order discs online, I wasn't ever going to get discs again. So it's super cool that my brother was able to find these 21 discs in this magazine. So, and you know, I can just use this as a storage thing, so that's pretty awesome. Speaking of storage and awesome stuff, I want to drop the rest of the stuff here. In the last video I mentioned that I bought a Vulcan, which was useless, unfortunately, because it doesn't have the battery pack, so the whole automated thing doesn't work, and you can't shoot it because you needed the Vulcan chain thing. Thankfully, I was able to find a Vulcan chain. So this is pretty cool for me because now my Vulcan is not a super cheap paperweight. So I bought it super cheap, but you know, it's a big ass blaster. So the way that this works is that you put the darts here, and if I had the battery pack, I could just put 6 batteries on the bottom, and then turn it on, and it will just automatically, like, you know, feed these things like this. Pew 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 pew. But thankfully, that Vulcan also comes with a manual barrel thing, so you can just prime it, and then this thing will go 1, prime it, shoot, 2, prime it, shoot, 3, and so on and so on. So at least now my super cool Vulcan is not just a big ass paperweight. So thankfully I was able to find the chain I need, and hopefully somewhere down the line I can find another one, because I've seen videos where you can, these are 25, but I've seen videos where you can connect a couple and make 50. So that would be pretty cool. But thankfully I found these, and my Vulcan is no longer just a big ass paperweight. So I'm going to talk about some other stuff. Before I talk about the Nerf blasters, because I did find a couple of good deals. I was able to find another lightsaber. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and I'm always on the lookout for lightsabers, because lightsabers are my favorite, are one of my favorite movie weapons. The lightsaber and the Lawbringer from Dread. But this doesn't have any lights or sounds, doesn't light up, doesn't do any woo 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 sound effects. This thing came out in 2002, just like that green lightsaber. I researched it, and I think that green lightsaber that I bought is the lightsaber for Qui-Gon Jinn. And this one is the only purple lightsaber. So this belongs to Samuel L. Jackson's character, Mace Windu. So I'm always on the lookout for lightsabers. I'm not gonna lie, it would have been better if it at least lit up. But, you know, to play with my daughter or my nephews, this is pretty cool. And I was looking for a purple Mace Windu lightsaber. And I like this kind of lightsaber because it retracts. It's good for costuming. It's great for costuming. It has a belt buckle. It has a little bit of paint chipping, but I can fix that. I bought some silver paint, so I could just give it a nice touch-up. But these are great for costuming. You just have to click it, and you know it looks like a lightsaber. And then if you want to, you know, do something, you just extend the blade, and it looks really cool, in my opinion. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I would have loved if this thing at least had a battery tray that you could, you know, at least have it light up, because light up sabers are my favorite. But these came before that. The green one and this purple one only extended. Then they started releasing the ones that light up. I have the Anakin Luke Skywalker blue lightsaber that does light up. And then, of course, they integrated sound effects with the Darth Vader Deluxe extendable blade, and of course my Kylo Ren blade. Okay, so this is going to be all Nerf. Well, partly Nerf. So I did find this. Now, I wasn't sure what this was. The only thing that I liked is the look. It has a very sci-fi look to it, like something from the 50s sci-fi era. But this is a Busby Tech 6 for a Busby Air Zone. The way that this one works is that you put in 6 darts, and it does work with the Nerf Elites, but sometimes I've noticed that this thing kind of stretches them, so I might have to buy Busby darts. But you prime it like this, then you shoot, It sounds like it. I thought maybe it was something broken because it sounds too loud. So maybe I thought, well, one of two things: either it's broken or it has a really cool spring inside. It'll just, shoot the darts really far, and it does kind of shoot them. But like I said, I think this is meant to work better with Busby darts, because sometimes I get really good range, but sometimes they kind of like fall flat. So I don't know if it's something to do with the darts or just this is not meant to shoot, elite darts. But still, I have put some really banged up Nerf darts here, and it does shoot really good. So again, it's a wonky little blaster, but I like the look of it, and it does sound like it has some force behind it. I found a blue Maverick, and then I found another blue Maverick. So I already had 2 yellow Mavericks, and like I said, I bought those because I have the intention to somehow build a Hellboy blaster. So I bought those 2, but I saw these 2. I saw this, well, I don't remember which one I saw, but I saw one first, and then digging around I found the other one. And I thought this looked pretty cool, because, they're blue Mavericks, and they look basically new. The 2 yellow Mavericks I have a little wear and tear. These things look almost new, and they're a color variant. So I was debating whether or not I wanted them, but after looking at them and how in good shape they are, and after trying them out, I like the design of the Maverick. I know that the strong arm is a lot better, but still, until I find a strong arm cheap, I'm super happy with those Mavericks. I also found an original Night Finder. Now, in my previous video, I shared that I found an N-Strike yellow Night Finder, but this is the original Night Finder before the N-Strike series. You can see it has the original Nerf logo, and it doesn't have a tactical rail here. This one, unfortunately, it had some batteries, but those batteries look like they were in there for a while because it started leaking. So I still have to clean this baby up and put some good batteries and see if the light thing will even work. But it works the same way. You prime it, shoot it, and this thing shoots really far away. So now I have an original blue Night Finder. I also bought an orange version of this blaster, who I just forgot the name of it. I think maybe it's the Strikefire. I showed a blue one a while ago, and I picked that one up because it has a reverse tactical rail here, so you can put it as a grip handle. But if you prime it before, and put it as a grip handle, if you run out of ammo, you can get one shot and it shoots. So this is a orange variant, and I've been researching, and there's a green one and there's a red one. But I thought this was pretty cool. Again, I'm going to use them for grips. Now, I have a Sonic green version of this, but I found the yellow normal version of a Barrel Break 9.2. This is a mini shotgun. You pull these triggers here, you put 2 darts there, prime it back in, shoot, and you shoot 2 darts like a shotgun. And I like the look of this thing. I have the clear green Sonic version of this, but it's cool to have this one. I have to get one more for my brother, because my brother saw that one when he bought it, and he was going to keep it, but he sold it to me. I told him when I would find an extra one, I would give it to him, but I'm going to keep this one, so I have to find one more of these for my brother, because call me crazy and obsessive, but I like the idea of dual-wielding guns, even though you really can't dual-wield that kind of gun, because you have to, pull it open, put darts in, close it, and then shoot. So you would have to already have everything set up, and you run the risk of it shooting accidentally, and then you don't have your shot anymore. But I like the idea of dual-wielding guns, so that's why I have 2 of each. And this is another one of those. I have the regular N-Strike yellow version of this, but I found a Sonic green version of the Barricade RV10. Now this one's pretty cool. I have to adjust a couple of things because they're kind of wobbly. But it uses battery, so you click the thing here, and it revs up. It has 10 dart capacity, so it would just shoot like that. Now the thing with this one, unfortunately, is that when I bought it, it was broken. It looks like this thing was under a lot of weight because the plastic literally looks like it got smushed. And I didn't realize that until I got home. But I was like, well, it's not that bad. The grip feels kind of wonky, but it revs up, so it's okay. I put a couple of darts in, and I would pull the trigger, and they wouldn't shoot out. So I opened this thing up, and I realized that on the trigger pull, a little piece of plastic that is meant to keep that trigger pull stable broke off. So I tried hot gluing it, and that didn't work. I tried a whole bunch of stuff, and right now, what I basically just did is try to get a longer screw and really jam that in there, and that seems to have worked, but it's not a sure fix. It's just a temporary fix that, honestly, I'm afraid this thing's gonna break out any minute now. But until I find a more permanent solution, this works. It does shoot, but I'm going to try to not use it that much. Again, this is a Sonic Green barricade that I bought, but I have to be super careful with that because it might actually break off. I bought this Dart Tag Sharp Shot. I like the Dart Tag look. I have the Swarm Fire. I have my Zombie Snapfire 8, and I found that Speed Load 6. So this is your single shot thing. You can put 3 darts here and then 1 dart here, prime it, and then it shoots. The only thing with this one is that the trigger is kind of wonky. I mean, if you leave it like that and prime it, it's very stable, so it doesn't move until you shoot it. Once you shoot it, it gets all wobbly. So I don't know what that's about, but it does shoot. It does shoot. It shoots rather well. And I like the look of the dart tag things. The only one I would love to find somewhere down the line is the Quick Load 16, which is like this big old assault rifle. Also, found this. This is not a Nerf thing. This is an Air Zone. What? No, this is an X-Shot XS, and this is kind of like the Maverick. But this one has, where the Maverick only is a 6 round revolver, this baby is a 12 round. And the way that you do that is that you click this thing open and then you load these things there, click it back in, prime it just like a Maverick, and then bam, shoots. Now it sounds a lot harder than it actually is because this thing also shoots little foam discs. But the cover's broken, so that kind of sucks. So I don't know if this thing will really shoot, but I've seen videos on this thing, and the disc shoot, because the way that this would work is that it would shoot the dart and the disc, but the discs are so flimsy and pathetic they just like fall down. It's not like the Vortex line. This thing literally just falls to the ground, and the darts are okay, but again, I have to buy darts that are compatible with this thing because I tried putting some Elite darts there. And the Elite darts are a little bit bigger than what I'm guessing this ammo is, so it doesn't rotate because the darts get stuck. I would have to literally pick and choose darts that look a little smaller and then stick them in there. But I like the fact that it shoots 12. You know, I could just shoot, and once I'm out, just turn it around and then shoot some more. I like that function, but the plastic feels a little wobblier. And like I said, the disc option doesn't even work anymore. But I don't care. I thought it was pretty cool, so I bought it. Ooh, almost broke it there. And the last Nerf gun I bought is a Strike. This is another battery-operated thing. It came with a 6 dart magazine, which I took out for some reason. But once it has a dart, you press this button to rev it up. Right now it doesn't do it because it has a lock that it won't rev up unless it has a magazine. But it revs up, and then you can just shoot. So this is, again, it's kind of like the updated barricade, but a lot of people in the Nerfing community that I've started to follow love this thing and the Rapid Strike. So there's a lot of mods on this. There's a whole bunch of integrations where you can take this and then add something else here, so you can make a kick-ass gun. But I like it. I like it. It's very compact. It has a nice feel. It has nice weight. And yeah, this one was pretty cool. I got it super cheap, and it still works. I just, like a dumbass, forgot the stupid magazine. My wife for her birthday, which was in August, wanted the new Harry Potter book, but the Spanish version did not release until October. So as soon as she told me that the book was out, we went to a couple of bookstores until we finally found the 8th Harry Potter book, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, which in Spanish is called Harry Potter y el legado maldito. This is not 100% written by J.K. Rowling. This one is an adaptation based on her story. And basically this book takes place after the last Harry Potter book and movie. At the end of both the movie and Deathly Hallows, the movie and the book, an older Harry Potter sends away his son, Albus. I forgot his name. His name after Dumbledore and Snape. Albus Severus, I think? Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. It's been a while since I watched the movie. And that takes place, the book takes place after that, after Harry's son goes to Hogwarts. So, but it's written very weirdly because it's written like a play, it's not written like a book. So my wife is literally breezing through this thing super quick, because the structure is a little shorter, since it's a play, it doesn't explain a lot. It doesn't go into detail that much, so it's kind of weird. On to some movies, just to finish off, guys. Picked up Warm Bodies. Turns out we already own this. I bought this for my wife, but the cover was in Spanish, and this is in English. And the only plus side is it has a couple of special features, and if you follow my channel, I'm a special feature hog. I don't particularly like this movie, but I bought it because I'm going for a Tim Burton complete collection. But I picked up Alice in Wonderland on DVD from Movie Freak Bazaar. I didn't like this movie. I like the original animated one, but this one, it didn't focus. You can see it on the cover. It doesn't even focus that much on Alice. It focuses on freaking Johnny Depp, and I'm like, what? Johnny Depp? This isn't the Mad Hatter in Wonderland. This is Alice, and Alice plays a secondary character, and that sucks. I didn't like that one. I bought this new from Movie Freak Bazaar, and this is a Charlie Brown Christmas. This and How the Grinch Stole Christmas and Christmas Carol and the Disney Christmas Carol are like holiday traditions in my family. They would pass them all the time during the holiday season. And I have How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I have the George C. Scott Christmas Carol. I was missing this. And I'm also missing that Disney animated Christmas Carol where Scrooge McDuck is Scrooge. But this one is pretty cool. I love this one, and this one has another one. This is the main special, and this one has a sequel. It's Christmas Time Again, Charlie Brown, which I've never seen, so I'm looking forward to that. The only one I'm missing from this that I want, the Charlie Brown cartoons, is It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. So looking forward to picking that up. My wife loves Gilmore Girls. It's one of her favorite TV shows, Friends, Buffy, and Gilmore Girls. And right now, sometime around November, Gilmore Girls is going to come back. They're going to do 4 Netflix original episodes. It's like an hour and a half focusing on a season of the year. So it's going to be, spring, summer, fall, and winter. So for the most part, as far as my wife has told me, they're going to get most of the original cast back. And she started marathoning them through Netflix, but she doesn't own the series, so I picked up Season 1 in the last video, and I was able to pick up, thanks again to Movie Freak Bazaar, Gilmore Girls Season 2, Gilmore Girls Season 3, Gilmore Girls Season 4, and Gilmore Girls Season 5. So She's only missing 2 now. She's only missing 6 and 7. But she loved these. These things have a very nice slipcase, which now I won't be able to. Oh, I'm doing it the wrong way. Yes, but this thing looks really cool because it's like a book. My wife loved that. The fact that it looked like a book, and it has the inserts and everything. So my wife's super happy that I got this for her. I bought her 1 season, and then the rest she bought herself. But she also loves Downton Abbey, which is this British show. So we got season 1, season 2, season 3, and season 4. Now this series, it's a British series, and it doesn't have that many episodes per season. But my wife just loved it, so I think she's only missing 2 more seasons too. She also liked Elementary, so I bought for her the first season. It's in Spanish, but unlike me, my wife doesn't really care about that. But the first season of Elementary, she started watching it and she loved it. For my daughter, I picked up a couple of things that I hope she'll like. I picked up Princess Diary 2, Royal Engagement, because it's a princess movie, I guess. I picked up Kung Fu Panda: Legends of Awesomeness, Good Croc, Bad Crop. They released a Nickelodeon animated cartoon series of Kung Fu Panda. So this just collects like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 episodes. So my daughter, we took her to see Kung Fu Panda 3, and she liked the colorful look of it. So I picked that one up. I picked this one up. So hopefully she'll get to watch it, but because, again, I'm a huge fan of Wolverine. But I picked up X-Men: The Legend of Wolverine. This is kind of a cheap set. This has only 5 episodes from the original X-Men animated movie. The original X-Men animated cartoon from the 90s. So it only has 5 episodes. Now I know that this series got released on DVD. The complete series is on DVD, but it doesn't say The Legend of Wolverine, and it has Wolverine on the cover, so that's why I bought it, because Wolverine. Also, I picked this one up for my daughter. I don't know if she's going to like it, but I picked up an Adventure Time DVD. This one has 16 episodes of Adventure Time, so she might like it. I don't know. And I also picked up Season 2 of the Clone Wars animated series, because I love Star Wars, in case I haven't mentioned that already, and I've been trying to get the Clone Wars, because this animated series has a lot of stuff going on. What happened in this series it continued in Rebels, especially Season 2, where they brought back Ahsoka Tano, and they brought back the Clone Troopers, and they brought back Darth Maul. So while I'm not keeping up as much as I would like with Rebels, both series, Clone Wars and Rebels, complement each other so well that I had to pick this one up as soon as I saw it in Movie Freak Bazaar. So I'm missing the complete first season, and then they released another disc set with the last episodes that weren't released on TV. But I want to get this complete, and I want to get Rebels complete. So yeah, that was the collection pickup video. Mostly blasters, I know, but some good DVDs for my wife and my daughter, and the Wolverine mask. Which again, thank you, wife, for this. So yeah, I think it was a pretty good haul. I like the blasters. So yeah, right now I want to get the Vulcan out and put the darts in and start shooting that thing. So that thing was pretty cool. So yeah, I usually like to recommend the standout things that I've bought, and other than my wife loving Gilmore Girls, I'm going to recommend this one. Was pretty good. Warm Bodies was pretty good. It's a zombie movie where a zombie eats a guy's brain, and he kind of gets his memories, and he falls in love with this chick, and the love thing brings him back. It slowly brings him back to life. Now that I say that, it kind of me and the wife are watching iZombie on Netflix, which is a series that we really wanted to get into because it's this zombie that eats brains, and she gets the memories of the people, so she solves cases, but she's a zombie. Kind of similar to this, actually. Yeah, I had not noticed. I don't know which one, because iZombie is a comic book first, and then this came out, so I don't know who ripped off who. Or if the idea of a zombie eating a brain and then, inheriting the memories is something that came out before and I just don't remember it. But yeah, very similar. But we're watching iZombie, and if I ever find that on DVD, I will pick it up because that series is pretty cool. So I'll recommend Warm Bodies, and because I'm a huge Star Wars nut, the Clone Wars. The animation is kind of blocky, but it still looks pretty cool. So definitely recommend this one too. And as far as the blasters, well, a lot of people swear by the Strife, and I haven't had a chance to actually go out and shoot this thing. The batteries are kind of weak, so I have to replace the batteries, but it takes 4 AAA batteries. And, but yeah, that's pretty much what I got. So yeah, I'll make a couple of videos. I still have a couple of Nerf repair videos that I want to share, and some costuming thing that I'm doing, because I have some costuming ideas for Halloween. And on my Facebook page, because I would have preferred to record a couple of Halloween movie reviews. Facebook, I'm doing a whole monthly Halloween movie review. So I got that going. So yeah, I don't want to keep talking for anymore because I'm basically rambling here. So thanks so much for watching, guys, and for hearing me talk for about half an hour about random stuff that I picked up. Like always, thanks so much for that, and until I see you all again, this is Vargas XX78, thanking you and signing out.